listening to episode 120 of Paper Player. I'm your host, Tony, joined with Josh, Jeff, and JB. Yes, Josh came back from a flight. Woo! And I couldn't think of a funny name for this one, like Boys Be Bussin', so we're going to call this Vegas Videos. Because I think Josh is going to tell us what happened in Vegas, but I don't know if you want to do that now, Josh, and just rattle it off, because I don't think any of us did anything magically significant.
Right. So Vegas was awesome.
Nice.
It's like changed a lot since I came in like 2011, 13 or whatever is when I came last. There's that giant like sphere thing, which was super like cool to look at.
Yeah, like the arena or whatever.
Nice.
Right. And it was at like a different convention center. It was at like the Las Vegas Convention Center, so it was they had a big venue.
Oh, yeah, dude.
It was way more organized than Minneapolis was.
Feedback.
Which was like, it didn't take like very much to like be more organized than Minneapolis was, because like when Minneapolis, I showed up at like 7:07 or whatever, and they wouldn't let me get my badge on Friday. Which was a nightmare.
That's just crummy.
Right, that was super scummy. So I got charged a day that I didn't even get to go to.
Poops.
But this one was great. I walked right in, got my badge. I got one of the TARDIS like
promos.
Because it was like there right away when I walked in. So it's like walked
That's
up,
pretty dope,
took
actually.
a picture with it. Got the TARDIS promo. I see they're like $80. So probably might get rid of that because I'm never gonna use that. But
I guess.
Yeah. And then Tony, the buddy
Tony.
who I went with, Antonio, he had to show up at 10 a.m. on Friday to play in the
sealed
limited
Yep.
event, and I just went with him, and I showed up. I had already pre-regged the night before for the Secret Lair Showdown.
Yeah.
Which was modern, right?
Which was modern. At first, I was going to play Jeff's Tron deck, and then JB mentioned that I could play his deck. So last minute, like literally last minute, I met JB at Potawatomi so I could get his deck before I flew out there.
Thanks for taking me to Potawatomi, bud. Won $400.
So I played Scam. But hey, before we get to the gameplay, I spent so I had like I played registered for the 3 p.m. one.
Mm-hmm.
So I had like 5-ish hours to kind of just do whatever I wanted before I got to play. I watched Antonio like open his packs and open his pool. His pool looked pretty good. I walked around. In that time, I bumped into Saffron Olive. He was playing a game of Commander with someone. So I kind of like was starstruck at like how big the guy is and like how giant he is. Because honestly, that guy is like really my personal like inspiration to keep doing this.
Hero.
I love that guy. He's a hero to me. So like I kind of like was starstruck in the moment and like fumbled through my words as I was talking to him. I like didn't do any of the things that I wanted to do with the guy, but and he was busy playing a game anyway.
We'll get it next
time. That was like really the only time I got to see any of the Goldfish crew. Any of the other promoters I saw Voxy. That was about it.
Did you get to meet with
wait, I saw Phil from MTG Goldfish.
Did you see Sir Ginger?
I did see the Sir Ginger cosplayer.
Yeah,
that's what you're talking about. I thought that was kind of cool.
Who
I was actually like in line behind them or something.
Who else would I
don't remember what I was in line for. I think it was for actually the TARDIS promo. I was in line behind the Sir Ginger person.
Oh, nice.
I then sat down and did some trading. Trading was few and far between. I did end up trading for a Ancient Tomb, which I thought was cool.
That is pretty dope, actually.
It was just really about all the only trading I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then time came for the Secret Lair Showdown, so I started playing that. I was playing JB's Rakdos Scam. The first match is what I really want to talk about, which is why I have the background that I have is a Fury.
Yeah.
I ended up playing against Tron in round one. In, like game one, he like mulled to 5, and I kind of just ran him over.
Yeah, you're like, check this Void Walker out. You're dead.
And then two, uh, game two, I like Dothy Voidwalker. I had a Dothy Voidwalker out, and I managed to get a Karn underneath it. Karn the Great Creator.
That's pretty sick.
And then I was like big brain. I was like, oh hell yeah, I'm gonna cast this Karn, and then you can't use any of your artifacts. So like I did that, and it felt pretty good. But so I get the Karn, and then on my turn, or the guy casted a One Ring to like stay alive or whatever, and then I had this like big brain idea where I'm gonna uptick my Karn or uptick the Karn, and then make the ring a creature, and then Fury the One Ring, and a big brain, and I did that, and he was like, okay, and I was like, oh shit, it's indestructible. I knew that. And then he proceeds to like rip like Ugin Karn off the top and proceeds to like
Eat your
wreck
lunch.
me that game, but then
Yeah.
and then game 3, I just kind of scammed him into oblivion. I don't remember the other matches. I know I went like I ended up going 4-0, and then in the last round I played against like a Jund value deck.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a traditional Jund deck. It was just kind of like low to the ground Jund value. But game 1, I got there, but I noticed game 1 he got there doing some. He got me with an early Renin 6, and then Renin 6 kind of just wrecks my day, kills my Ragavans and all my creatures or whatever.
Yeah, you have to when you're going against Renin 6 deck, you have to exclusively dash your Ragavans.
Right. And then game 2, I brought in the ley lines because him getting his lands back was really like killing me. So I brought in the ley lines, and I ended up getting him in game 2 with the ley lines. They like gave me enough. They gave him enough of a headache that I could pull ahead and close it out. And then in game 3, I like mulled to 6 and kept whatever. It didn't have a scam. It wasn't a scam hand, but it was like a keepable. It was like playable and playable enough to not go to 5. And then I proceed to rip like Leyline as my first 2 draws, and it was kind of just downhill from there. And I lost the win into the Ragavan.
Damn, dude.
But I did end up getting like a box and a secret layer is my price support, so that was really cool. And like I got the Fatal Push promo, which is like $120. So overall, that event was very profitable for me.
Nice.
Felt really good.
Cool.
And then I kind of just like bounced around and traded with a bunch of people. And then I did a couple Eldraine drafts. I did black, white, or no, let's talk about the first one. I did a red, white rats, and I went 2-1 in the first one. And then in the last draft that I did on the last day before I left, I drafted in a black-white deck. What was my first pick? Was like the Oversold Cemetery or whatever. And
nice.
I didn't even end up. But I ended up going like 0-2 in that one, and then my like opponent had dropped to get out of there or whatever. So I got like my 1 free win, and then I went to like the price for it, and I had like 2,500 tickets or whatever, and I got like a pack of Commander Masters, a pack of Dominaria United.
Yep.
And a Jumpstart pack. My Jumpstart pack didn't have anything in it, but in the Commander Masters pack, I had the free blue Commander counterspell, whatever that's called. So that was a hit. And then my single pack of Dominaria United, I hit a Alert Shielder, and it felt really good.
That's gotta be. I mean, you're just pulling Skrilla. Nice.
I got a pin for a friend. I got Jeff's full art Ugin. Even though I didn't play Tron, I still picked it up for him.
Nice.
Handed out a bunch of stickers to people. I met. Yeah.
Do you I wanted those IHOP sleeves so bad. I'm assuming those
I
weren't
looked
for
for
sale.
them. I didn't see them though.
Yeah, I didn't think they were for sale. That was like an exclusive thing for like the arena tent or whatever, because IHOP was like sponsoring the arena
There
tent.
were, I was over by the IHOP thing. I got like the water bottles and stuff.
But
but,
those are just
I didn't
IHOP water
see the
bottles. Not,
sleeves.
they're not IHOP Magic water bottles, right?
Right. Yeah, it's just an IHOP water
Don't,
bottle.
I don't want it. I just want the IHOP sleeves because they say Stackmaster on it.
I bumped into the Manavault guys. I bumped into the Pink Bunny guys.
Cool, man.
Yeah, I had a really good time. Our hotel was across the street from Life is Beautiful. So like Friday night I got to see Kendrick Lamar, or Saturday night I got to see Kendrick Lamar, and then Sunday night I got to see Odessa.
That's pretty sick, dude. That's insane, actually.
Right? And that was just like a icing on the cake. So
Yeah.
blast. I'm excited to go to MagicCon Chicago
I didn't know there was one coming.
with
Is
you
it?
guys.
Yeah, it's in
it's coming up.
February.
You guys are all coming.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, we are.
All right, I'll
Or
try.
is that around
Oh
the
wait,
time,
I'm
Tony?
I'm
the very last Gavin event of the year.
I think I can go
I didn't get
for one day.
anything cool in it, but I didn't get any cool cards out of it. But I played in the last one and I went 3-0. I opened. I played Rampant Growth as my commander with what's the black Gonti? Rampant Growth and Gonti was my commander pair.
Oh,
I
nice,
just
dude.
ramped into a Gonti. I just ramped into a Gonti and then ramped into an Exsanguinate and won the game.
Hell yeah, dude.
all 3 times.
Yeah,
all 3 times.
yeah. Fuck. I gotta make some plans now, cause, well, it won't be too bad. But my baby's gonna be here in 2 weeks, so.
Dang, man.
Yeah, it's
Congratulations.
yeah, thanks. So
real
I,
close.
I didn't know there was
Sucks to
magic.
suck.
I know, so now I gotta make plans because I think I can get out for one day. I bet you I can go for one day. You know,
If anything, we should make it Saturday. Like,
Well,
do
that's-
something for the podcast
well,
while we're there
We
too.
should have jerseys. We should all go and we should all have jerseys.
jerseys are pretty tight. I have an idea what I want to do. I'll talk about it off cast, but I won't probably play, but I have an idea of what I have this idea that I've been wanting to do for a hot minute. But anybody else play Magic?
Yeah, I played a little bit of Legacy on Friday.
Don't lie to me. You went to poker.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, don't lie. Okay, I wanted to go, but I can't because my dumbass had to work Saturday. Anyways, let's get into it. All right. As always, connect with us on our socials if you want to get connected to the cast in any which way or form. Best way to do that is go to our link tree. It shows all the different ways to connect with us. Our number one primary source is probably Facebook. I do dabble a little bit on Twitter and then Instagram and TikTok. RIP because those are fake clients. Don't use them. Don't you? Get on
You
Threads.
should just give me the TikTok back.
You can have it back. I don't give a shit. It sucks. TikTok is weird. All right, show notes. We're gonna talk a little bit about anime. We're gonna talk about ranking in the cycle again. We're gonna talk Vegas news, and then nothing else to stop talking. So, so much stuff dropped at Vegas. It wasn't even funny, but that's kind of like their big epicenter. Like, here's what everything's gonna happen.
How to get the mana crypts?
Do I know? I don't. They're in the.
That's what I want.
They're in
That's
this-
exciting.
They're in the special
Like
guest.
this in-
They're in this special guest spot. So this set has a special guest spot, is what they're calling it. Instead of like the archives, it's just special guests. Like Lord of Atlantis can be in there, or a Mana Crypt. So, anyways,
So it is an extra seat. So you get one in every pack.
yeah, Jeff, grab your pillows because we're talking anime.
Nice,
JB,
nice.
grab your. Okay.
I was about to say,
You gotta get your boner guards up, boys. Okay, I don't want nobody
what
wants. to see
anime are
that.
we talking? What is this?
Well, first off, I was going to talk about the Ravnica, but this also hot drop. So, JB, I want your opinion on these.
Okay. Wait, that's
What
real?
is this?
That is not real.
This is a
That's
band.
not real.
This is-
I was like, dude, they did not go and pair up with Overlord or whatever it's called.
Yeah, well, what does this make you
Your
do?
little fucking nuts are gonna start quaking, buddy.
oh my god.
How you like this, huh?
Right.
Would you be willing to do a
Jesus.
fight night with all these? It's got.
No, we gotta draw them all.
Yeah.
Oh my
Sure.
gosh. Dude, anime is redonkulous
Dude,
sometimes.
so that's what I found a site that people upload stuff like this.
Oh yeah.
Of course
And there's just a ton of them. And I was like, dude, I got to start making my own. I'm just going to print off a bunch from MPC printing, whatever, and just have a full alter anime deck. And you will hate me forever. You will hate
Wow,
me.
you would do you have
Forever.
that soundboard? It's not for all of us.
Now
No,
these
I
are
couldn't give
real.
this to Josh. I could not let Josh have this.
Dude,
Alright.
I do. That mob boss looks great.
Oh, dude, these.
I'm
All
so
right.
hyped for it.
So Ravnica showed, the Ravnica Remastered showed that they're doing old borders, and then they're obviously doing some anime stuff, and the anime stuff actually looks pretty slick. It doesn't look bad. Like
Yeah.
the specifically the Crank of the Mob Boss looks awesome. It makes me think of it like a kind of a brushed up Berserk, just based on like how it looks, or that kind of stuff. It's not like a pretty. It doesn't look pretty, but it's a little clean, but it just looks gritty. Like the goblins look sick, but
Franco
Crank,
looks like a badass.
he
man.
does, yeah. But yeah.
What is that?
It's more Oni-chan. Fibblefip, I don't really know if that's too much anime, but either way, Masker Girl already has an anime art, and the fact that it has a follow-up anime art is like, okay, cool.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know. I did like the original one. Was great.
Yeah.
Cool card.
Yeah, it is cool. But-
Philip the Lost is good too.
I like that design.
Yeah. It makes me think of, God, what is it? This makes me think of Mission Hill.
What?
The Fibblefip.
That?
Mhm.
Kinda.
It's like
It's a little cartoony.
Yeah. And then Boyd's of Paradise, and then they got full art shocks in here as well. So man, dude, they are really trying to drive down those
Is
prices.
Full art and
Bro, there's
old
five
border
different
shot.
versions. Yeah.
Yep. So
Yeah, that's fine.
these are cool.
I don't mind
Good.
shocks being
That's
very
gonna be
easily
dirt
accessible.
And they're the original
Shocks
art,
gonna
which
be
is
dirt
Dude, I'm
cheap,
so
dude.
excited for that.
Yeah. You can turn up your gain a little bit, Jeff. You're fading.
Yeah, you like backed off your
Yeah,
mic.
my
or
bad, dude.
something.
Well, I switched it to push to talk because you said I was getting feedback.
Yeah, you were just a little
Mm-hmm.
bit. Anyways, as you can see here, they have like as Jeff was saying, there's old border and new border, with the old art. Obviously the old border ones are gonna be like the ultra desirables, just because now you
I don't
can.
know the full art ones. Sometimes I like full art.
Well, you get the
sometimes.
space ones that came out, and
Space
then
ones are cool.
yeah, the space ones, those are pretty unique. So like these don't look bad, but I mean the full art ones are good too. But again, side by
I mean,
side,
I'm
those are pretty
getting
good.
the space ones for my goofy all foil EDH. So there's that.
Yeah, I got
like
the
space
I got the
ones.
Galaxy Foil Hollow Fountain. Been sitting on that one for a minute.
Yeah, I think, dude, I don't know why, but there's like 100 of those floating around.
They're everywhere.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, like nobody wants them. Weirdly enough.
No, because they're not like blue-white players are like elitist, and so blue-white players typically don't want that art. They want OG art.
Yeah.
Anyways, another edition of Rank the Cycle. This one's gonna be pretty cut and dry, I think, between us. But here we go.
Blue's always the best. There you go. We're done.
How about that,
Oh,
idiot?
no.
How about that, idiot?
Easy.
I don't know. Your red's really good and black's really good. I like
Hang
some
on,
Fury
remember
over
when we
Grief.
ranked this and then Tony
Mm-mm,
was
'cause
like,
in
"Grief is
Legacy-
garbage."
In Legacy, nobody plays Fury. Everyone plays Grief.
Okay, hold on. There's so we're doing
Fury kills all of them.
the elemental cycle.
Subtlety's still the last one. I think Solitude's actually the best one.
I mean, I think so too. I'm with Josh on this. They go Solitude,
And,
Fury,
like,
Grief.
As much as I hate to admit it, I think Solitude's the best one.
Yeah.
And then
As
I
a
think Grief.
singular in a vacuum, sure.
I think Solitude, then Grief, then Fury and Endurance are like both in a spot where they can like be number 3.
Oh yeah.
I think that spot 3 and
I think
4
it's
are occupied
Solitude,
by
Fury,
Fury
if
and
anything.
Endurance, and I don't think you're wrong if you put either one. And I think Subtlety's the worst one because Subtlety is
That-
only
that-
good against the other 4.
The main reason subtlety sucks is because it's a timing issue. You have to get it right in right where the timing is, right? So if there's not if you draw a subtlety after things have already resolved a bit on the field, it feels bad, and the stat line's not very strong, and like the fact that it's like Fury, when you just cast it, the 3/3 double strike is like it's a 6/3. It's huge. It's massive. So I don't know. Endurance has a lot of legacy potential, so that one sees a lot more play in legacy just because people are.
So does Grief. Both do.
It's
Yeah,
good
they-
in modern too.
Yeah.
I think both Fury. I think Fury gets the edge a little bit just because
Yeah, I think so.
it's
Too.
like Fury's
modern-
the only one that is truly like you can get more cards
Yeah.
out of it than what it costs.
I don't know.
to play.
Endurance does grab sometimes 30, 40 cards.
But sometimes it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's fair too. But like,
It's also Flash, and it's a 3/4. It survives so much stuff.
It does. Endurance is like.
I still think it's
Fury-
Solitude, Fury, Grief, Endurance,
Man.
or Subtlety.
Ollie, you're crazy, dude. Grief, endurance, fury, solitude, subtlety. Huh.
Solitude is. I think he's. I don't know. I think Solitude's better than people give
I
credit
think
for.
I think it's number one. It's the most obnoxious.
I don't think it's number one. That's bad.
I don't know.
I
Nope.
don't know.
You're crazy.
Nope. There is no format in which it is number one.
He said subtlety, not solitude, Tony.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I meant Solitude. Solitude's number one.
Solitude is
No.
number one, I think.
No.
What do you think's number one?
I think he thinks Grief
Told you.
is.
I think Grief is.
I don't
It's he's
think
playing
you're-
Legacy
I
in a
don't-
bunch of decks. It's he's playing Modern in a bunch of decks. Well, in one deck.
I don't think you're wrong either, but
I think Fury sees more play in modern and multiple decks than Grief does.
I guess if you were to lay it out in like a
Yes.
You guys know what quadrant theory is? Or quadrant theory is? So it's like stages of the game. Beginning of the game, when you're behind,
Yeah,
when you're
yeah.
parity, and then end game. And like Grief is fantastic in the beginning of the game. It's
Trash at the end.
and it's terrible when you're behind. It's
Yep.
and like Solitude is the only one at like all four quadrants. It's like respectably good, meaning that like if someone goes turn one Ragavan and you can't deal with it, Solitude's your answer. If you're in the late game, even if you just have to hold it and you keep it, it's going to kill the next thing that they do. And then when you're behind, it's a huge 2-for-1 by being able to get something on the board and block, get you some life, get you back in that game. And then obviously the late game, it's just a great draw because you can start hard casting it. And having flash is like not something to like mess around with. Plus, this also applies to
Right.
Fury. The recruiter of the guard is it? I think that's the one. Not Imperial. It's that the ability to go and tutor it is the screwed up part about that card in Legacy specifically. And then obviously in Modern, it's kind of fallen off just because of how the ring is the thing to be doing, and like Fury just happens to be a better card to clear out decks that would be good against the ring. But yeah, I in my head it's Solitude just for that reason, just because it plays on all aspects of the game. Grief has a bigger feel bad moment, especially because it can hose. It feels like him to Turok when someone him to Turok you and they get both your lands. You're like, God damn it, this is stupid, you know. But, yeah, I don't know. But I think Solitude's number one. But I don't mind if you think Grief is number one.
I would concede Solitude being number one if Fury is number two.
I don't think Fury is number two.
You think Grief is number two?
hang on. You don't think Fury's number two, but it like Fury almost does exactly.
Fury
what
is
Solitude
so
does.
good.
Yeah, I mean,
Fury
I think
almost
Fury is
does
honestly
exactly what
better than
does.
Solitude, but
I don't know. Exile is better than Destroy.
I just think of like when people play cards like Atraxa, I think they're still playing Atraxa in Legacy, and like the Fury is just like comically bad against that. You're like, oh, cool. Like I can't beat this card.
that's fine.
Where Solitude is just like,
sure. But Solitude's also good against, or is bad against like hexproof. They all are. Like there's
Well,
obviously going to be situations
right, so-
where they're all bad.
please, all I ask is don't present an argument that also applies to Fury. Like it's not good against like Solitude. Like Hexproof is bad against all of them. Yes, you are correct. So is Leyline of Sanctity. It hoses Grief, if you will.
Well, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like your argument for Solitude is that it kills Atraxa. Like sure,
Grizzlebrand,
but there's also like
huge-
thousands of other things that Fury kills too, and it
Yeah.
kills multiple things
It can.
versus just one solid thing.
Yeah,
And it doesn't gain your opponent life.
yeah. I do the flash aspect is huge for me. That's the biggest reason.
And that's why I said I'm willing to concede that
And
Solitude
let's
is
be
one,
real,
but I
Grief
think
is
Fury
only-
would have to be number two because the cards are almost
They're
very close to being identical.
Grief
for
is
what
only
they
do.
good
But-
if you're scamming it though.
Solitude is always a winner. Grief is only good
Well,
unless
there's-
if you're cheating it.
We have the white scam decks, right? They're just ephemerate decks. They just happen to not be on top right now
Right,
because
which is still a scam.
it's still a
still a
scam. It's the same thing. You just those decks happen to play the Ring and Omnath, so they don't need like that card advantage. They just need to like the scam decks work because they're decks that are fighting the Ring decks because they're just like I'm gonna put a huge amount of pressure on you and your deck's all set up. So if you don't have the setup, we're gonna get you. And then the Solitude decks and Omnath decks, the reason why they exist and are able to go the long game with the One Ring is because they have these early plays that they can easily 2-for-1 themselves and go like, all right, here's the One Ring, and I got all my card advantage back, and you're dead. Like that's what takes over the game.
So I could go with Jeff. I could go go Solitude, Fury, Grief, Endurance, Subtlety.
That's probably.
Because I think you also have to take into account what they do as creatures once they do stick around.
Oh yeah.
And I think at that point too, like yes, life gain is very important. It's like almost the same spread then as Fury, but like dealing 6 per turn Like a turn
Oh,
one
dude, for sure.
scam Fury is insane.
Well, it's an 8/8. It's an
Yeah.
8/4, right? It's massive. At that
it
point.
destroys.
Like it'll. That's what Tron's biggest weakness is because they don't have any action. So you can just be like, you know what? I'm gonna keep this hand, and they didn't keep a dismember. I'm just gonna turn 3 them with the Fury. Like you're gonna be dead. So good luck.
I've definitely lost a turn 1 Fury with Tron. It sucks.
If Murktide ever came back on top at some point here, I think Endurance will move up the list. But like that deck's kind of been pushed out for the time being. Like it's still there, but Endurance X was like so good at just like
It's still there because there's people like me who refuse to switch off of. Their, They have their blue-red library and they refuse to switch off of it.
And then like Endurance is also one of the better answers versus like these scam decks, if you will, assuming that you didn't get griefed earlier in the game and they took it away from you. Like being able to
I'll
be
admit
like,
that I was tempted to sell out of blue-red to buy in the scam.
it's not
Game's
bad.
so good, dude.
Yeah, I mean, people are calling for the ban for Fury right now, so that's like the biggest thing. Like,
I think if Fury gets banned, the deck can still survive, but I think if Grief gets banned, the deck can't.
I wonder if it would have to change colors. It would have to go somewhere else because you need that Fury to be able to clear like things off the board, like the little ticky tacky things, or be
I
able
don't
to.
think they ban any of them. They
No.
can't ban any of them.
Well, they just there's no way at this point.
They're just
alright.
gonna print something more busted in Modern
What
Horizons
beats Scam
3.
though in Modern right now? Really,
All the bean decks.
I don't know about that.
It's pretty true. I mean, the bean deck did win the thing. Didn't win the what's it called recently? The whatever that modern thing, the brainstorm thing that you win, the showdown. Bean
Yeah.
deck won. Like, it's just.
Well, wasn't it just playing the same elementals?
No, it's playing Fury and Solitude side by side. So like you get the super card advantage off that, so you don't actually 2-for-1 yourself with the bean. And like again, it has the ability to pick off early game creatures and then sustain itself by just going like, oh, you didn't finish me off. All right, here's up the beanstalk, and I'm going to draw 30 more cards on you this game. So good luck. Also, they also play the One Ring and Omnath, so it's able to counteract that aspect of it. Now, if like Tron is the deck that beats up on the bean decks because you can't just sit there and dick around because none of those decks are playing counter spells. So they're just like, you're not going to do anything. All right, turn 3, Karn, go. And you're like, oh, fuck, right. Can't beat that. But yeah, it's interesting that the format is laid out like that, and Bean is the hot deck right now. But dude, it is. I mean, it's legacy playable, it's modern playable, and all the modern lists that are like Bean decks are either 65 to 70 cards. Like, how stupid is that? Just so because once that engine gets going, and it's like 0 opportunity cost to get that engine going, you just get yourself so far into the game, and then you worry about decking yourself.
Do you all have your playset of beans?
They're
No.
I'm missing one. I have 3 out of the 2 boxes I opened. I got 3.
Yeah, but all right.
Also, because we're talking about this cycle, in the end of December, they're doing another print run of Modern Horizons 2. It was announced.
Really?
It's
Yes.
pretty nice because right now like Fury, Griefs, and Solitudes. I mean, all of them but Subtlety. They're all in like the $40 to $50 range. Maybe $30 for like Solitude, but they're all like they just keep climbing, and like that is going to eventually be like a linchpin of like 90% of shoebies or newbies argument. This card's expensive, ban it.
Bro, if you don't say Hellkite Overlord is number 1, I don't know. What
Okay, the next cycle is this one's near and dear to my heart. This is from Shards of Alara, the 5 mythics that represented
Okay,
the
it's the
tribes.
real man.
These are all bad. The only one that's good is Hellkite over there.
I don't know. Tap making 8/8 is pretty gross too.
The Imperial Archangel combos with Vigor.
Does it? Okay. I remember this one like, okay, so none of these are legendary. Sphinx Sovereign, Prince of Thralls, Hellkite Overlord, Godsire, and Imperial Archangel, and they're all 5 color. Like, each of them are representative of the Shards of Alara. The only one that I remember Godsire is one of my first mythics I ever pulled. I
Yep,
remember
I remember you playing it.
I remember constantly casting that card in FNM and then losing immediately after.
Yep.
I never won
Because
one.
someone just kills it.
They go, oh, terminate, and I go, why would they make a
Multiple.
2-mana card that beat the 8-mana card? So, yeah. So, yeah, the only one that's actually playable is
The Prince of Thrall is good. I think that's a EDH card.
whenever an opponent.
Permanent.
Okay.
Yeah, that seems
Yeah.
like an EDH card.
Yeah, it's probably all right. You like play this, play Obliterate, and then it triggers.
Can you
Yeah.
imagine having to pay 4 life for each fetch land?
Yeah.
As long as you don't do it on your own end step.
These are, yeah, but all of these, like Hellcat Overlord is probably the best one. It's got flying trample and hate. It's got all the other, like, it's got all the abilities that the other ones like should be split up amongst. But yeah,
The Archangel combos with Vigor.
is it the one where it's like you just get infinite counters on it or something? What does Vigor
So
do?
all damage that would be dealt to you is dealt to Empirical Archangel, and then Vigor says whenever a creature you control is dealt damage, it's that many +1.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, cool. I didn't know that.
Well, not really combo.
that's
it's
more
not really, It's a
synergy.
combo. It's like a soft combo. It
It's
doesn't
like
win the game, but
synergy, I feel like.
That's like some
It's
casual shit.
obnoxious.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But man,
So I
there.
go Prince, or no, Hellkite, Prince, Archangel, Sphinx. Ugh,
Sphinx
man, the
is
Sphinx
so
is
bad. It's
garbage,
an
too.
8-mana 6/6.
So I put Godsire over the Sphinx. It's got flying though. Flying 6/6.
This got
6/6
vigilance
flying.
and it makes other fat boys.
2 8/8s.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I have a near and dear spot tomorrow, but yeah, I agree with that. I think it's Hellkite, Prince, Imperial,
Hellkite's
Godsire,
the bomb.
Hellkite's dude. Like I don't know how limited it was for that format, but if you ever cast this card and they didn't have like a respectable removal spell, you're like, all right, take 8 in the air, and also this thing has regenerate. So if you let me untap, you are so dead.
My first mythic from Shards of Alara was Sarkon Vol.
Yeah,
Mine was Child of Alara, and I built a 5-color deck.
that's from Conflux. But
That's
yeah,
a good card.
Oh, well, yeah, from that set area.
yeah, I think that was the first box you bought was Conflux, and you built like this 5-color deck that just with exploding borders.
Just
that
a pile.
I
Just
beat-
trash.
I couldn't beat your Banshee Blade. Couldn't figure it out. I was like 3/2 first strike for 2 mana. This is broken. Nothing gets through. And then you're like, check this out. And then you just would like give it like you'd play. You'd give it Exalted, and I'm like, why can't my Woolly Thoctar block this? This is bullshit. Meh. Alright. And then one more, the ultimatum cycle from that set, which is Violent, Cruel, Brilliant, yeah, Titanic, and Clarion.
Dude, go read. Hang on. You should save this one because we should do these ones and then do the new.
Okay,
So we can just
well,
see how far we've come.
I was gonna put those on there, but those are also called
Island
ultimatum.
was pretty good, and Cruel was really good too.
Cruel's
Violence
like
pretty good.
Cruel's the
Violent Ultimatum is like totally obsolete. There's something that does that now.
Yeah, now, but we're comparing them with
Yeah,
the 5
these-
is what we're
these
talking
cycles.
about.
yeah.
I think
So.
Titanic Ultimatum is better than a lot of people give it. It definitely just wins the game sometimes.
I mean,
You
yeah.
ever cast a Cruel Ultimatum,
I
bro?
think Titanic Ultimatum wins more games on the spot than Cruel Ultimatum does.
I mean, I
It
don't.
involves a lot of setup.
Who cares? It's like Craterhoof Behemoth before Craterhoof Behemoth. Like,
Yeah, it was like the OG Creator Rose Behemoth.
yeah. Yeah, Cruel Ultimatum's number one just because it was the famous deck of Cruel Ultimatum. There's fun like Pro Tour footage of just like people, Gabriel Nassif, setting up his mana in Cruel Ultimatum and then tapping it and just flipping the top card of his library, and it was Cruel Ultimatum, and that's what won him the game. It's a pretty cool like top 8 moment.
Yeah, I've seen that video so many times.
It's a sick
so
one.
good.
That's really cool. And then Violent Ultimatum, yeah, like what's that new one? The Casualty card, the green,
Oh,
green,
the
black,
green,
black.
black
Yeah,
one.
that one's like a
Yeah.
much better version of this, even though this could technically target 3 lands. So it's probably Cruel, then Titanic. Clarion Ultimatum can't even be played in EDH unless you have 5 basic lands that you're gonna go search for
Brilliant
5
Ultimatum
basic.
has a combo. There's a combo with Brilliant Ultimatum.
Well, there was in that standard deck. You would just go and like cycle whatever. But because this has to choose 5 permanents you control, and then you have to search for those permanents with the same name, it doesn't work in EDH. So that one's like obsolete in that sense. And then Brilliant was just like Fact or Fiction on crack. So, so it goes
So it
Cruel,
goes Cruel,
Titanic, Violet.
Titanic, Violent, Brilliant, Clarion.
Yeah, for sure. If anybody disagrees, now speak your piece. All right, cool. I should have played this drop, but I didn't for the Fury argument. But
I'm smart, you're dumb. I'm big, you're little. I'm right, you're wrong.
That's
and
it.
There's nothing you can do about it.
exactly, idiots. All right,
Is
dudes.
that from Matilda, bro?
Shut up. All right. So keycaps.
I
If you,
didn't see those at all.
I wonder where they were. They must have. Obviously, they were somewhere. But these are pretty cool.
Caps.
Yeah, man. If you want to get all your keyboard to look like Phyrexian, so that's like pretty dope.
Interesting.
Yep. If you're really into the Phyrexian cycle, like I don't. Do you guys have any affinity towards like Phyrexians?
No, I like watching pro players play Phyrexian cards and not know what they do.
That's a common occurrence because
Yep.
yeah, when cards especially like some of them are pretty like cut and dry, but when they have just it's mainly what is the additional keyword does this card have, right? People are pretty good at knowing like what Vorinclex does, but then like it's like what's the other ability you have? Is it trample? Is it reach? What is it? Typically, whatever.
The most memorable one is in the Pro Tour that Reed Duke won. During the draft, he was running the Phyrexian, the green-red Planeswalker.
Oh, right.
I forgot which it was, but they forgot what the ability was, and they played it wrong on camera.
That's pretty funny. Yeah. I'm surprised, like, they haven't decided to, like... Because you never... Like, I'll be honest, in, like, top 8s, you never see, like, you never see alters, and you never see anything, like, absurd. Like
So they may ask him or get him a deck that's, like, not...
I wonder if there's, like, some kind of, like, when you
Why
get to
can't you just ask, can I get an English one?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Like, I don't know what this card does, Phyrexian. Can I just swap out an English one I have?
For sure. Then I have... This is what I want... Josh to find me, but he was unable to find these unsuccessful. These I have +1/+1 counters, and the other side is just eggs. So
Sad.
yeah, no, there's cool. All right, Lord of the Rings again. Whoops, Sylvan Tutor is gonna probably cover some stuff, but no, did I screw this up? Yeah, I did. Damn it. Yeah. We're just gonna delete that. This is some behind the scenes. But Sylvan Tutor's in the set. And so is this Gimli. I think that was over there. I don't remember. All right, it's there now. Anyways, back to the show. All right.
Yep.
Lord of the Rings again. So they announced that they're going to be doing an additional release of the Lord of the Rings. We already knew this, but they showed some of the stuff off. So one of the big cards that is pretty hyped is Legolas's Quick Reflexes. And remember talking briefly, I brought this up, and then Ollie was telling me that it's pretty sick with Knight of the Reliquary because of the split second ability. So you can get two things in play pretty easily. Pretty sick, man. I don't know where this card is going to see play, but split second is an ability that is ridiculous in Magic. And one of the few interactions I know that I've had with like being able to deal with split second has been Counterbalance, and that's like the only card that I know that deals with it. I don't know if any other card does.
Selvala.
I don't remember which one that one is.
That's the one that's got parlay.
Oh,
When
sure.
you tap for a man. When you tap for a man.
Oh,
You
sure.
can respond to
Because you can respond
the
with
mana ability.
so
It's a mana
stupid.
ability.
So like there's a handful of cards that can like interact with them, and yeah, that's that. But yeah, I think there's some merit here to be looking at Knight of the Reliquary and seeing like could this be played in those like Naya Depths decks to try to
Or brought something and
I
then
was gonna say,
slam.
doesn't this allow you to get your 2-land combo piece?
It does.
Being interrupted.
Yeah. The first one of them has to
No.
be interrupted. One of the pieces.
Yeah,
has to be
because
interrupted.
every time you activate it or whatever, it's
Yeah.
gonna.
As Jim was saying, Legacy Infect is something to like certainly look at because now you no longer have to worry about fighting and saving the creature. You just get to save the creature. You're fighting over how much damage you're trying to do versus where it's like, when do I play my Blossoming Defense or whatever? But I don't know if it's got a chance, but certainly this card is something realistic about it. And because the creature becomes tapped, you can remove a blocker for the littler one of the two Glistener Elf, I think is.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty relevant. All right, other cards. Oh yeah. So they've revealed all these showcase cards, and I don't know how many cards are going to be that are exclusive, but it seems like there's going to be a significant amount of them. I have the Aragorn Hornburg hero, and then Anduriel is at his sword, Narsil Reforged, which is another sword that exists, I guess. Nothing that's too serious. If you want to look at what these cards do, I'm not going to read these cards. There's a lot of them, but mainly just want to talk about that there are new cards that are exclusive to the holiday release, such as these ones that are showing here. Full arts, some pretty cool looking ones. Call for Fourth Time is Gandalf, another Gandalf, if you will. And then this card makes you think of Josh, but
I will not.
this card, the Treebeard,
I love that.
this Treebeard card.
Little do you know that is Josh.
Yeah, I hope so. So they showed more cards from there, and it looks like they're doing what they did with the Godzilla card. So they're reprints of like Door on the Siege Tower, but it's and then it's renamed it or has a Lord of the Rings name of Treebeard, Eldest of Ents. So they're doing that. They have Kenrith here shown. I don't know what this is referencing. Is this like some kind of book art or what is this?
I don't know.
Like I know it's
I
connected.
didn't really remember watching the movies that much. So,
Well, these aren't from like the movie.
oh, they aren't.
Well, no, I mean maybe an animated movie, but like, and it's definitely not the Secret Layer art or whatever. Like, I don't know where this like frame of reference is from. Maybe there's like some kind of like a coffee table book that these are coming from. I don't know. It's Lord of the Rings themed, but some pretty huge. I love this card. Some pretty big reprints are coming too, which they showed like Pact of Negation, Stonehewer Giant, which again features more art from whatever this style art is. I don't know what it is. If anybody knows, please let us know because I'm clueless on it.
Isn't this extended art is what the actual thing is?
What is it?
I'm pretty sure like on TCG Player they just call it extended art.
This one? No, what I'm saying like this looks like it's from something, right? Like unless these were just
No, it looks like it. Like it almost. I'm pretty sure.
I'm
it's
pretty
just,
sure
like,
the arts are
everything.
taken from the original cartoon Lord of the Rings.
it could be it. Maybe they are. Maybe they're just like spried up. Anyways, Orcish Bowmaster and the One Ring, they have these like scroll looking arts.
Oh, dude, these look so sick.
You like these?
Yes.
Okay.
You don't?
I mean, they look like VHS stuff. It's like 4x3.
Dog, they look like Lorcana cards.
Fair
I do
enough.
like that One Ring.
Okay, the One Ring there.
I'm in on it.
Orcish Bowmaster looks pretty clean. Gandalf the White, which is like this. So they
Yes,
came out
these
with.
look sick.
So
The One
Twitter.
Ring for these. Whew.
Well, the Twitter. So these are like they did some reprints, and Twitter was complaining about like how impossible these cards are to read. They're like weird poster art, and they also look like psychedelic in a sense. And dude, like these are hard to read. There's no way. And also, like, did you notice? I thought this card cost green white until someone pointed out that there's a 1 here, like in this Arwen.
Oh yeah.
The queen or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's the mythic one. I only know that though because I have the original one.
Right, but like if you just looked at that card, you might never see that one. It might just be there, but these are tough to read. I don't know if I'm a fan of these. I like this kind of art on like a card like Terminate, where it's like, 8 words, but when there's a huge, like, look at this. There's stuff over here. There's stuff over here. There's the name
Do you
here.
have the one for the One Ring? That one's kind of like annoying to read too.
That one I can deal with.
Yeah.
And the upside to the One Ring, I will say, is that it's got 3 different lines of text separated by colors, right? So it's like if you were to just read this
I
from
guess
left to
that's
right,
true. That
like
does look good.
when you're trying to read this from left to right, it just doesn't make any sense. It's like it breaks up. But for those of you that are colorblind, good luck. But the One Ring, if it wasn't such a huge played card, okay, Ali was saying that art is from some time ago. I'll look up what the reference is, but the One Ring was in such a played card. Like everybody kind of knows what this does already. And if you don't, you're probably more of a casual player. Which no knock on that. Gimli, some more of this other kind of art, Motivated Pony, and yeah. All right, we're gonna go right into the secret layers. Were there any of those that you are excited for?
Dude, the Princess Bride one.
Yeah, I'm ready for
I'm
it.
so hyped.
That
for
one's
it.
gonna be
I
like a-
love,
I like the Princess Bride.
I love that the Battle of the
great
Wits
show.
card didn't have to be renamed
movie, I
because they literally have the Battle of the Wits.
Pretty smart. So they showed the spooky drop. We're looking at the screen now on Creep Show. Again, these are similar to the serial ones of like the Italis, where these don't look like a magic card in any way, shape, or form.
Is there any uncommons?
Are these actually playable? Because wasn't it that the Atali ones they like weren't technically playable? 'cause
Yeah,
they
I
were
don't.
two-faced?
Whenever Wizards decides to put a
Two-faced.
person on updating the rules, article dash blah 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 blah, or making an addendum, which seems like a 30-second job, but whatever. Yeah. So on the front they show looks like a comic book, and then on the other side it shows it's like a comic panel, and
I
again
love these.
they look cool. But
They've been doing pretty good.
I gotta say this: I'm kind of sick of cards not looking like Magic cards. like I'm a little
Says you.
I'm
I
sick
want
of
all
cards
cards
that
that
no
don't
one
look like
cares
Magic
about.
cards.
even if the
Like-
cards, yeah.
Death Baron's cool. Like, don't get me wrong, for EDH, like people love it for zombies. Like
Yeah.
that's awesome and everything. But this whole set of cards, like I feel like is just like underwhelming. Like
Oh yeah, they suck.
if you're gonna do this, do stuff that people actually play.
Yeah, like Noxious Ghoul, Zombie Master.
Yeah, like I don't like.
This is-
cool, but
Um,
give me Ragavan.
Grim, which just also had like a recent printing too. And then lastly, the other card, which Unholy Grotto. I don't know how much that land costs, but it's got to be a pretty penny because I don't remember that card like having a reprint or being reprinted. And this is like a clear like add this to your zombie deck because it said zombie on it.
I didn't even know this was a card.
It's old. It's an old one. JB likes them. I'm getting away from liking these arts. Like, I don't know. I'm just being old man, old fogey. That's all.
Yeah.
All right, Princess Bride.
Yes, here we
These
go.
look good. These look good. I'm gonna not gonna lie. I think they did such a good what would you got like a not motif. What somebody come up with the word homage? I don't know.
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
flavor of what cards they picked for each were like I think done really well.
Yeah, it's in camp.
Yeah, my problem is I would never play most. That's what I
Well,
hate.
Well, dude, Silence is a good card.
Silence is good.
Um,
I mean, Josh gets an upgrade for his Finn deck.
yeah,
Yeah.
dude, the fin in here looks sick.
Yeah, hold on, I'll get you to it.
I think I go back.
Battle.
We're
Wits
not
is
there.
cool.
We're not there yet.
Yeah,
There's
Battle
Oh,
Wits
wait,
is great.
I did see it. I did see these.
Yeah.
That Battlewitz is so cool.
Dude, the
Yeah.
flavor
I like that.
text on these is inconceivable.
yeah.
Inconceivable.
Like that's a cool Brawl. Brawl's had like I think 3 secret layers now. I'm not gonna lie. Like they got to chill out
That's
on
the
that
best
car.
one.
It's a pretty sick one. And
It's a
then
good card, though.
Yeah,
There's
the fin. Right
Finn.
here,
Yeah,
dude.
Red
Oh,
Pirate,
so
right,
good.
I have to get 2 of those. Because
Why?
I gotta
Go
get
ahead.
one for the cube too.
oh yeah,
Even though I took that deck apart now and it's just garbage. Now.
Yeah.
There's no rares in it.
these look
The
great.
the pack rat's also awesome,
Yeah.
dude.
That one is like the one
Ralph?
I'm like, all right, I want this.
Well, from like a stylistic standpoint, I think they hit all notes. Like there's a lot of characters referencing one another in like
Yeah.
I love old school wrestling. So like I'm gonna make
Oh
a
yes, the Andre the Giant one
I-
is done really
it
well.
looks so great and it's like it's such a good like and embraces like what he was and it's like dude this is awesome. So big fan of how this all looks. The only one that kind of got crapped on is it Inigo?
Inigo.
Inigo, he got screwed. He got put on a crappy card. Like
Agreed, it's a crappy card, but
so is,
flavor
I guess so is
text, you have
Blanche.
to, man.
It looks good.
Yeah.
Dude. But these look beautiful. Like
The,
they should do this
this
for
is
all.
something I would buy and get framed like your Nintendo picture you have behind you.
Oh, for sure. Dude, they just look. If you're like, I guess that's maybe what these like secret layers or like universes beyond are supposed to do. Like they should be bringing in people from the fandom and also people that are like love Magic and also love the fandom are connected in that way. Like when I think of the League of Legends one, they did such a disservice.
Trash.
It's so bad. Like none
Yeah,
of
it should have just been the characters from League of Legends.
exactly. But instead they have like just like here's a duress. It's like excuse
Yeah,
me.
scenes from the show, and it's like I don't.
And none of them are descriptive,
understand.
except for that duress that has Jinx's face on it. Aside from that, like everything else sucks. But this is how
So
like they
does
should do it.
League, but
I mean, there's a huge fandom for it, and every year they have a huge world tournament that everybody likes to watch. But anyways,
I mean, I play the game, but I still agree it sucks.
yeah. But again, people have like their favorite league character, and like the League One is such a disservice. They could have done that League One endlessly every year. League of Legends,
Yeah,
5 new
just
characters.
like how they would.
Well,
Without
who's your
champs.
favorite character from League?
Yeah.
Like,
Mine, Tark.
Tony,
only
who's your
Pike.
who?
I like Tark.
Okay, and Jeff or JB.
Pike.
Yeah. Tark,
I'd
Braum.
ask Josh, but I don't think he's ever actually played League.
and then Miracle Max. I have to rewatch this movie. to kinda
Yes,
get this.
dude, another
Dude, that
great
movie is
character.
great.
Yeah.
I'll watch it every time.
Almost dead. He's not fully dead. Mostly dead.
It's pretty good, dude. So all these like secret layers, keep knocking these ones out. Great homages to that kind of stuff. Pixel Lands, these are a little
Oh, dude, yes.
these are a little played out because we've already got these. But were the first ones Snowlands?
Yes.
Okay, so you get some basics that are not snow. These
The
are
only
cool.
thing is you're paying $40 for one of each again.
Yeah, that's a bad feel. Like you just gotta find decks that like my pauper deck, it's mono blue, it needs 18 islands. It's like, god damn it. Do I really want to buy
They
18 of
just
these to
have the
whiteboard
option,
them?
$40, you get
Five.
even 10 of them, man. 10. I will take 10. 5 is still too many or too little. For
Yeah.
$40.
These are like, unfortunately, like these types of secret layers, you have to like pick these up along the way. Like nobody wants to like shell out for, I guess you get a little bit of return of investment as long as you put these in your trade binder and maybe they'll go away. But like
You got to find other people that buy them for like the planes. and
like
you're
you
buying
want the
them for
mountain and like
island.
let's
Yeah,
talk. Yeah,
let's
right.
trade.
That's probably the best way to go about it. Yo, if there's a Facebook forum, hook us up. And yeah, Mountain Swamp looks good. And the forest. All right, those look all right. Spooky Drop, Evil Dead.
This one is cool too.
Why is Ash not legendary?
Why is he Piercedale Paladin though? That was the only thing I didn't understand.
Pretty weird one,
Guys,
right?
that's cool. No, that makes sense.
Is he just because?
No, it doesn't.
What's
This is my boomstick. What are you talking about, bro?
Hold on, is Ash? So this is gonna be an outside reference, but like, what's that game, Dead Rising? Is Frank West based off like Ash, just like picking up stuff? And,
Yeah.
Okay, is that what that is?
Probably.
Okay, I see. I see.
probably.
I see the connection though. Now I've not
Oh,
watched
I
Evil
get what
Dead.
you're saying. Yeah.
Like he picks up
I
random
mean, there
items.
is an Evil Dead game.
Well, I'm saying like the character Ash just utilizes things around him and weaponizes them.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
Fantastic.
and he gets like the chainsaw and the shotgun and shit. Yeah.
I see the connection now. Okay, much better.
Also,
Which
why did
really
we
gives,
never?
like-
Why did we not get the Necronomicon?
Have you ever seen an Evil Dead movie?
Most of the new
'Cause they're
ones
like-
are real bad. Don't watch the new
They're like
ones.
really over the top and gory, and it's like anything you can think of is like a weapon or whatever. You see things get like destroyed in like the most like over the top way possible.
Well, it depends on what you're talking about. The old ones, yes, like they were more comical, but the
Even
new
the
ones
new
tried.
ones are-
No, the new ones tried. Like, yes, they're very gory, but they try to
I
be
just saw
actual.
the newest one in
but-
theaters.
Yeah, but they actually try to be horror. It's not as comical anymore. Like the original Evil Dead was supposed to be.
I'll
funny.
agree with that, but it's still very over the top.
Yes, agreed. But
Well, isn't that the
we
fun
also
of
should
it?
have got Necronomicon.
Well, that could be
And we
the
didn't.
that could be the bonus card.
It should. It better be. If
Yeah.
it didn't, that's
It
the
has
biggest
to
miss
be
they
the-
ever had.
And it's got to be the evil book of whatever, the D&D one.
Sure,
the
sure.
evil book of whatever.
Yeah, but that one looks like Michael
I don't know,
Jackson to me. Vara, like Varina, the Lich Queen. The Lich Queen. I was like, damn, they're doing Michael Jackson, huh? Thriller. Yeah. And I feel the Dead's a pretty good one. And the Zombie Token looks pretty cool.
Oh, the cabin.
Yeah, the Field
that's
of Death's
cool.
pretty cool.
Yeah, it's,
That's super cool. That's actually really cool.
Yeah.
like,
That's worth the secret layer price right there.
and Field of the Dead like happens to be like a somewhat of an expensive card because people do love that card for EDH.
Well, it's a house in
And
EDH.
that's a perfect card for it, and like the cabins in every movie or whatever.
Oh yeah. Okay. Littlest
God,
Walkers.
this was the biggest miss. Oh my god, do we have to talk about this?
Yeah,
No,
well,
I like this.
Let's talk about how
Oh
shitty
wow,
this
they picked
is.
the
Okay.
shittiest card.
So
the
it's-
shittiest genre.
It's not the shittiest,
Yeah,
but
sure. They
This
picked all the
genre-
bad ones,
This is
but
like a starter deck genre.
I don't know. It might be. I honestly don't know.
I don't know
no
why
idea.
they didn't just do Blazing Inferno or whatever.
The
The new
newest one,
or
yeah, the one that gets played,
uncounterable one.
yeah,
Yeah, the uncounterable.
or the one
And
from
why
the
didn't not
yeah.
do Karn the Great Creator?
yeah. Well, they already have a secret layer of currently great creator that's an old border, but yeah, Sino.
Yeah,
so
but
it's
why not Chibi?
yeah, no, that's fair. Karn Sino Urza Chandra.
Why
Flame
not
Catalyst.
Chibas?
Yeah,
Of course, at 2021.
Animatu, Duretti.
The Duretti is cool.
Yeah, that's a good one. And then a throwback to Venser. I love this card. This is like one of the cards that's like near and dear to my heart. Like I like
Dude,
it.
I played the shit out of that
combo
card.
with the
I had the
stupid
coolest
Rhino.
deck ever because that standard was like Scars of Mirrodin and Fauna Shaman was in standard.
Yeah, it was a fun time,
So
dude. I
my
love
deck
playing that
was,
card.
like, I would Fauna Shaman to get up to tutor up a trinket. I would discard my Vengevines. I would tutor up a trinket mage, and then I would cast the trinket mage and tutor up a Memnite and cast the Memnite, and then trigger my Vengevines.
Yeah.
Please.
Galak.
These look cool, but again, the price tag, man.
These are not these. No.
Not spend money on secret layer
The-
basics.
they're just not thematically cool. Like these look like a
You can get way cooler lands in booster packs. Can we
Dude,
talk about the Ixalan land?
Yeah, we're gonna get there. Ixalan lands look way better than these, and you get those in booster packs. But like, come on, bro, they're just screwing up. This
I
meditation.
just like the
animation.
art style, like the
You don't like it enough. I'll tell you
the
that.
feudal like painting. Yes, I would never spend the
You
money.
don't like
but-
it enough.
You don't like it enough.
No, I would never. That's because there was no basic. Bob Ross, I think, was the only one that I thought about buying.
Yeah, so it's
That's because Bob Ross is best. But
I know how we're gonna rate. I just figured out how we're gonna rate Secret Layers. Buy it or trash it. Buy it or bust it. Buy or bust.
busted.
Yeah, we'll call it buy
Bust.
or bust.
This is a bust.
This is a bust. The meditation on nature, you're getting suckered in for that $300 price tag when you try to get the free shipping. Don't fall for it. I don't know. This style is just like now the way to get your lands like loved or at least looked at. It's all about how like the art is one thing, and that's not enough anymore. It's got to be the art plus of how it frames, which we'll talk about soon. They're doing the spooky drop of the Doctor Who, which is fast lands. There's 5 of them total. Of these are the enemy color ones. So Josh, this is your time to get your spiring bluffs. These are gonna be cheap. And then they did these angels.
Dude, these are also
Those are
sick.
cool.
You have no connection to them, but also all the angels that they picked kind of sucked. There's not like a single one. Like like I wish they would have.
Restoration Angel.
The card hasn't been played. The card hasn't been played for there's a better version of it now. They made a better version of a Restoration Angel that came in Kaldheim that has like Vortel, I think, and it's got the same stat line. Yeah, they should have made it Exalted Angel so I could go pick up a copy for pre-modern. But all these angels like really suck. I guess maybe Sublime Archangel. Like that's like a cool. I don't know. That one sucks. This is another bust for me.
It's just the art.
All right, we got Lost Caverns of Ixalan, and Jesus, did they go hard on this set? It's pretty nutty. But again, I'm previewing some cards on here.
Wait, we're gonna have adventures in Ixalan?
Yeah, adventures, and then also what is a map token? So new type of token. I think a map token's probably just like I think the internet's figured it out, but it's what was the original from Ixalan Explorer? I think it's just gonna be Tap Explorer or Crack Explorer. But yeah. So right now I have Kellen Daring Traveler on here and Breaches Eager Pillager. These are just cards. If you want to look them up, we're not gonna go. I have no interest of like talking about like what these cards do. They look cool. Maybe I'll talk about this one because this card does rule. I don't know this alternate art they have for it, like of this like what would you call that, Josh?
From the original Ixalan, it's just like a pirate coin.
Is that what that is? The one on
There's
the,
like there's Natali that looks like that. There's like the
Oh,
captain that was
okay.
in
This
battle.
I gotcha. Okay, that's okay. They never did those for that, right?
I
In
called these
original Ixalan, I
called these guys.
don't think so.
These look super cool though. But anyways, there's going to be a cycle of gods that are in this set, and the front sides are creatures that do something, and the back side is a land, and then the back side can transform it back to the god. So I really enjoyed that like text of that. So I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, these are that card's dope. I like how this makes like cards like end the festivities deal 4 to their face now, so it's 1 mana, 4 damage because it's equal to its power. And if you have any way to buff this card, your end the festivities or whatever can do more, and you makes your bolts do 4 damage.
Dude, this card's busted.
That's pretty cool. That card rules. Galta, Stamping Tyrant. This is the
Ultimate Timmy card.
the
Yours
card.
is good.
Dude,
Yeah.
like 7-year-old me would like have an aneurysm if I read this card.
I'm a big fan of this card because it's any creature. It's not just dinosaurs, so you don't have to, do your dinosaur song walk or whatever that one's called.
Any number of creatures.
Right. So this is like the show and tell that it's like I'm gonna bring all my toys. So, like that. Huge stat line, obviously, and then you got Cavern of
This is
Souls.
just straight up in the set. So hang on, this is just straight up in the set.
Yeah, Cavern of Souls is
Nice.
reprinted in this set.
Yeah.
They're doing this thing with Cavern of Souls, and also we'll talk a little bit later about Mana Crypt. But there's 7 versions of Cavern of Souls. In the set. Yep, and they each have like a cool neon-looking version. There's one for each color. So you have green, white, red, blue, black. Black's usually typically purple. These look pretty cool, but yeah, there's a bunch of these, dude. And then they have like a primary color. So obviously, whichever one is going to be for your like mono green EDH, you're probably going to want to get the Cavern of Souls that's green.
Or like your legacy.
So they work.
deck
They
you
work
want.
like the Hitazuku. The value or the rarity is based on the color.
Yeah. So there's
Is it?
Yes.
Oh man, thankfully pink's not one of them because that would be the most desirable. And then here's some basic lands from Lost Cavern of Ixalan. These
Sick.
just look
These
way,
are sick.
and these just come in packs. Like so, these look like the design is what's drawing to these. So, yeah. So, way to blow it. And then yeah, here's more basic lands, and then we have these special guests. So Josh, these are the additional card that you can get in the slot. So for example, Lord of Atlantis is a special guest. Cursive Portal is a special guest in here. So, and then
So hang on, this isn't in every pack though, right? It's only in collector boosters and set boosters.
I think these are.
I do believe so.
These are hold on. So they don't have like a bonus slot. Maybe I missed out on that. I have to look at what special guest
No,
means.
normally when it's a bonus slot, it's like a set thing, like artifact, enchantment, or instant sorcery, like it was in.
Maybe they could break away from that because that's gonna get stale fast, right? Anyways,
Or legendary creature.
or it could just be special guests like merfolks, dinosaurs, whatever. Anyways, yeah, I thought these. I'll look up how to get these. I don't know what the ruling is on it. I thought these were in every single pack. Anyways, Mana Crypts have 7 different arts or 7 different colors in this one. So again, same desirability. Does this do anything to Mana Crypt's price?
Depends how you can attain them.
Well, there's 7 versions of them.
Yeah, but again, like if they're gonna be like the Hitazuku, or these are only in collectors, or if it's gonna be anything like that, it's not really gonna drop the price. But if you can open these in set boosters, then I think it'll drop Mana Crypt a little bit, but not much.
Yeah, that's fair.
Special guests are highly desirable Masters Release level reprints with art flavor text matched to the flavor of the plane or set they are included in. They have their own set code and expansion symbol identifying them separately from the list cards. Cards found in set boosters will be non-foil, and cards found in collector boosters will be foil.
So only set and collector.
Yeah, so you don't see these in drafts. Okay, so
So the only reason I don't think it's gonna drop the price that much is when you look at like double
I think
masters
you're
and
never gonna
stuff.
get
Like,
it.
yeah, well, like look at double masters when they just strictly reprint Mana Crypt. Like the price drops for about a month and then it just shoots right back up.
what's the cost? What's the going rate?
Right, because everyone
Like,
wants
it's
all
like
as many
150
reviews as
bucks
they
for
can
Mana
have.
Crypt right now or something.
No. What's the
It's
going
like-
rate for a set booster? It's like $6.
I think it's up
Something
to
like
7 now.
All right. What's the cost of
Sometimes
a
8.
Box?
a double masters booster?
Sure, like $20, but you're getting double rare.
It's
So
pretty.
you do have to take that into account.
It is fair. That is fair. It is significant, but yeah.
Because
like-
you're getting double foil and double rare in the pack, so you technically have 4 shots at getting a Mana Crypt.
Yeah, and then what's it called? Double Masters is just to touch on it. It is a shitty thing with the collector. Like, it tricked people online so much because people bought collector boosters and they're like, "Wow, this is such a good price. Why would I buy anything?" And it's only 4 boosters versus the normal 12. That shit's got to
Agreed.
stop. Like, figure it out.
It's terrible. It's a
pick a-
terrible feeling.
Pick a goddamn number. Like
Well, also, a collector box should not be less than what like a set booster box is. I feel like that should be a red flag right there when you're looking at prices and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, this collector box is 180, but the set booster is 400.
Yeah, it was just it's a total like trap, and Wizards, shame on you for doing that bullshit. Anyways,
They did that with Lord of the Rings too.
yeah, they're garbage for doing that. Mana Crypt is in the set. And then lastly, Jurassic Park.
Here we
which,
go. This is so amazing,
Pretty
dude.
cool.
I'm so hyped for this.
So,
Have you ever seen like the 3-minute video of him like chewing on gum and laughing?
Yes.
I love that video so much, and that's all I think of when I see
I do think they chose the wrong flavor text, though. It should have been "Life finds a way."
I think
there's been.
yeah. There's probably gonna be multiple Ian.
Dude, that card's
Ian
good,
Malcolms.
by the way. Ian Malcolm. That's a good card.
Yeah, that's cool. But yeah, great on there. I don't know the Indominus Rex reference. Is that like the big bad in the Jurassic Park?
That was Jurassic World.
That's the Jurassic
Yeah.
World.
That's the
Okay.
one that's
Monster.
Raptor and T-Rex and like a bunch.
Wait,
of
is this
stuff
Chris?
like
Is this
that.
Chris Pratt's head?
Chris
Probably,
Pratt,
yeah.
it's supposed to be
God.
Chris Pratt.
Damn it! This Mario's in this goddamn set. God damn it! All right, why? And then they actually have a car that's just called
like
Dude,
this
this
card.
one's awesome too. Just the gate.
Super cool. Yeah. Each dinosaur has escape on the. Oh, so it's welcome to ... and then the other side is Jurassic Park. It's a guy's cradle just for dinosaurs, and then it's a saga on the other side. So it transforms eventually into Jurassic Park, which I think is like pretty cool and like thematic. I just think that like every time you damn it, I didn't have this queued up. I should have thought of this.
How do you get these?
I think it's its own thing.
I think they're gonna be like the what's it called? The Transformer cards.
yeah, they
They're
might
just
be.
gonna be random.
Yeah.
Or it could be like also like the special guest spot could be special guest and these.
Yeah,
so like
welcome-
it'll be fighting for spots.
Oh, I
It's gonna feel real bad to open this instead of a mana crypt.
I should have got the recorder version of. Dun, 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 dun.
Another one from TikTok.
Damn it!
Yeah.
Not from TikTok. That's been around for ages, man.
Yeah, but it's all over TikTok.
No, that
all
was
the time,
way
bro.
before TikTok.
Instead, I loaded this
Get
shit.
out of here.
Yeah, so are 90% of the songs on
That's a good
TikTok, bro.
Oh, I fucked
This is
up.
a good one.
All right. Anyways, Jurassic Park pretty sick. I don't. The only thing there's needs to be a food token of here of just the Jello. Don't fuck that up for me.
Yep.
All right.
I want an island with the shaking water glass.
Yeah. All right. So Swords to Plowshares got serialized 1 of 295. Yeah, this is a heavily played card in Legacy, highly desirable in Commander, and these are all going for 4 digits, and then if not more. So I don't think I've seen one for under 1,000 yet.
Bro, how do you go from the stupid merfolk to like this?
No shit. Gen Con got the shitty Merfolk of the Pearl
Yeah.
Trident, which is just a 1/1
Yes,
vanilla
So awful.
into yeah, I mean whatever. But I wanted to say Pleasant Kenobi was
Calm
thrown.
down, bro.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, this is what Pleasant Kenobi said. Seeing creators get the randomly allocated secret layer event promos worth hundreds, if not thousands, every Magic Con doesn't sit well with me. I think creators who bring eyes to the game should be recompensated for their time, energy, travel, and work, but not like this. So, yeah, this is what you sound like to me, Vince.
Anyway, that's about it. I hope you like it. Cheerio. Talk.
You cockney motherfucker.
Well, like, what do you mean? Like, how? All right, so.
Welcome to the internet. People like drama brings the clicks.
But I'm saying, like, they're being or they should be compensated. Why does it matter if it's a special card or not?
I don't
Like,
know.
not everyone's gonna get one. This sounds like the kid like crying because he didn't get something. Like, it's random. They walk
Content
around, they
creation
hand them
should
out.
Not be your primary income source.
Yeah, agreed. And also, I feel like most of the people that are handing out these like cards, like the secret layer, Source to Plowshares, don't even know who most of these creators are.
I think
Well,
it's-
what I'm gonna say is, I'm a creator.
I never
and
saw anyone.
I got
do it.
one.
JB did get one.
So-
Yeah, but we
guys-
don't make any profit off of it.
I know.
Shut up. We're shill. Shut the fuck up. You're rooting our shill spot. Don't do that. Don't let the secret out. Okay. So my stance is I don't give a fuck. Like I just don't care. Like I was never
Honestly,
gonna
they
get
could
one.
give the first 100 to all creators first before handing them out, and I still wouldn't give a shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Right.
it would be one thing if it was an exclusive card that you could only get this way, but like you can go buy a 10-cent Swords to Plowshares, so why do you care?
Yeah.
Right.
You're just upset that you didn't get $2,000 from a promo card.
Yeah, dude. Sorry.
Get good, son. Stop being a scrub.
How about this? Be more random, and you'll get it. You know what I'm saying? Dummy.
I'm
Why don't you up your RNG, baby?
Your name's Pleasant
so mad
Kenobi,
at him
not
for
Salty
that-
Kenobi.
that Steam deck that I played and got absolutely stomped with.
Damn it, Vince. Why don't you figure it out? All right. Anyways. Yeah. I just thought
I
I would
never
bring that up.
saw any of those while I was there. Not at all.
Nah, they randomly get handed out. Oh yeah, nerfed up bolts.
Bro, yes. Bolt the bird.
Nerf or nothing. Yeah. So you can buy these. This is actually a pretty good price range. $40 for a Nerf gun that's like magic themed. By that, it's just a secret layer magic on it. It has lightning bolts all over it. And I like that this photo op that they took is just it on top of so many different Birds of Paradises. So I like that. And it does come with an additional 2 bolts. So you get 2 lightning bolts with the Nerf gun, which I thought was pretty
So
cool.
they don't even give you a
Cool.
playset?
No, but here's the thing. To be fair, it is a
Then
dual,
you got, if you get dual wield, then you get
dual wield,
a playset.
or if like unless you're a loser who's playing with Nerf guns alone, you got to buy 2 so you and your friend can shoot each other, and there's your playset.
Dude,
When
no
do
lie,
these
those
go on
lightning bolts are
sale?
gonna be
Because
$20.
I
December
definitely
1st.
feel like I need to buy these.
December 1st, yeah.
Those lightning bolts are gonna be $20 a piece, minimum.
I thought these were already created. Like this is from
Yeah,
a
I think
previous.
they are.
These
There's
are
a
like
secret layer one, I think.
yeah, these are like they've already done this bolt. So this is another one. This
I
is-
just want the gun, bro.
yeah. Now we can put on your McCree costume and just go pew pew.
Well, no. So when we go to MagicCon Chicago, I can just follow you around and shoot you in the head with it.
Yeah, you won't miss. I got a huge head. You're not gonna miss. It'll be real easy. You might want to lick those so they
I'm gonna
stick.
get you a bird hat.
Yeah, that's a pretty good cosplay. Bolt the Bird in the game. Is, like, dude, it needs to be like a dunk tank where I'm a Birds of Paradise. You need to try to dunk me. All right. And last but not least, yeah, Worlds happened. Did you watch any of this coverage? Anybody?
Nope.
I watched it all weekend.
Nice. And what'd you think?
Standard, I don't know. Like, yes, I get it. Everyone hates that Shieldred is everywhere. It's gonna happen. Black is probably the best color in most formats right now.
Oh yeah.
But I still think the format is very diverse. There was combo decks even being played in Standard, which was kind of cool. But overall, like, yeah, it was like Esper Rafine, Azorius Soldiers, Golgari Aggro, 4 to 5 color control. There was Beanstalk decks, like red deck. Like red deck wins didn't top 8. I don't even think it top 16, but it did definitely top 32. I know that it's like right there. But
Yeah.
there's training ground combo in the format. I don't know. I think Standard is a lot of fun right
It's
now.
pretty cool. So this card popped up in price. This is like this is the
Oh
fun.
yeah, the card's
I sold
insane.
mine at, I got $45 a piece on mine.
That's pretty sick. Yeah. So
Probably wrong to actually get rid of
Oh.
them. I think they're gonna go up more.
Aldrin? Oh man, I
Yeah.
sold my foil at like $50.
yeah.
I think they're gonna go up
Full
more.
art foil.
Or even replace
but-
Ozolith and like,
Dude, that card is ridiculous in Legacy. Someone copied they had a grist in the graveyard and they targeted that and all of their creatures gained the grist abilities.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
It's insane. I was like, what is
insane.
this?
It's pretty damn cool, dude.
Wow.
I didn't even
so
think
then
about
so
that.
it turns all your creatures into planeswalkers.
No, it doesn't
Yeah.
turn them into planeswalkers.
It just
have
gives them
active
grist
It just
abilities.
gives them the abilities.
Yeah.
So you can activate them without loyalty.
Yeah.
Like you can put loyalty on your creatures.
Yeah.
And then and because they're
He
not a
did it to
planeswalker,
a wall of roots.
and because they're not a planeswalker, they're not upheld to like they have 0 loyalty. They die. It's like
Yep.
it's really bizarre.
It's so stupid.
Yeah, it's
card is nuts, man.
pretty cool. So
That's like the only card I didn't open from the set, sadly.
and this is
That and Besiege the Mirror.
this is my
give 'em.
my commander card of the year. You need to pick this card up. This card's fun as hell.
Oh yeah, this should be in everyone's commander
It's
deck.
it's just fun. It's a cool card. It breaks the game so many ways. I can't wait for the MTGO videos. They're just like, what the hell's happening? Like, what's going on? Because there's no way.
Well,
they're
and
gonna
like
do
you don't
this
even
thing.
have to build around it because it itself puts counters on your creatures.
Oh, that's
so
why
you
it's-
don't have to be. Yeah.
It's self-contained. It's perfect. Like
Yep.
it's a great design. Love it.
Yep.
Yeah, but You see Esper Rafine, 4-color control, all of this other stuff. Yeah. So unfortunately with like standard, I just don't have any draw to it, and maybe I will when standard is the full standard, because we're still light on 3 sets, right? Before the
No, we have more sets than we're supposed to have.
Well, I'm saying the new standard is supposed to be 12 sets encompassing. It's got 9 in it.
Oh
currently.
yeah.
So it's not even like fully charged.
I think also once the new season for the RCQ starts in its standard, I think that'll help like people get into it more, because we are in modern season right now.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Wilds of Eldraine, I think, did a lot more than people think it did. People just assume it didn't because Shieldred is still around. Like, yes, that's because Shieldred is an overall good card, so it's not going to disappear. But like Wilds of Eldraine has like Golgari didn't exist really before Wilds of Eldraine.
Yeah.
But the Manland, you have the one adventure that when it dies, it goes to the adventure, or you can cast it from exile again.
Yeah.
The card is very good. Just overall, it was a very helpful set for the format, and obviously Beanstalk control exists.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean,
Leyline Binding is gross when you go 1 white, draw a card, and exile something from your opponent.
Yeah. The only thing I will say, which is kind of nice to see, is Arena is not exactly a representative of what's going on in Standard, especially because ladder play is what it is, you know? Because there's how ladder works is there's incentive to get to Mythic, and people are min-maxers, so like decks like Mono Red or fast decks are kind of overwhelming versus what you would say like the field is, because you can get 4 games of Mono Red in before you can finish 1 game of Raffine or Beanstalk control. So Arena, which is, I like this because it'll have, I think Standard is going to have more flavor and more play to it in paper than it will on Arena, and that's, I think, purely due to the fact that Arena, the way that the system is geared is it's a min-max system, whereas, you know, a 9-round tournament, there's not really a point to min-max because it's a set 9-round or 8-round or whatever tournament that may be, whereas a ladder is get the volume of games in as fast as you can.
It's about longevity versus like mid-maxing. Yeah, when you're at a big tournament, you want to win more rounds and last longer in the tournament versus I want to cram in 4 games.
Yep.
Also, you got to look at it as because it's Worlds. These people have been play testing in their private groups for so long that most of those decks you're seeing on Arena, they're finding ways to combat those decks. Because Mono Red was popping up a lot more because they got that new card. That can cost 1 red, deal 5 to a creature. It gets rid of Shieldred, your biggest issue that Mono Red has.
Right.
Witch's Frenzy or Witch Doctor Frenzy. The card is really good.
Yep. So it's it's certainly like this is like the format is interesting, and like I think Shieldred's gonna have to get banned. That's just like I think the format's opened up.
I don't know.
I think it has to. If you want people to start diverging into other things, I think Shieldred's probably just for overall better health of the game. Move it on, because like imagine if Kiki-Jiki and what was it, the Bankbuster, what was if those were still in here, like
those and what was the 4-mana one or 5-mana one, 4 black and 1?
Oh, Invoke Despair.
Yeah, all 3 of those got banned.
Yeah, so like imagine imagine if Fable the Mirror Breaker existed. Like this entire top 8 would be Fables. Like, and if you weren't doing that, you were just making a huge mistake in the format.
To be fair, Azorius Soldiers is in the top 4.
It's good. It's like,
in fact, it took 2nd, didn't it?
Oh yeah. Like I'm not knocking on this deck at all. Like this is certainly this deck is so good. This is the aggro deck of the format, and man, like playing this online is so goddamn annoying. Like I hate playing against this deck.
I love that Bunny Corn is in the deck.
Yeah, this is your like control deck, if you will, and then your Esper is just like your mid-range good stuff, which just has Shieldreds, Lord Skinner, whatever, all this other stuff, and then so and then control decks. Now that Cavern of Souls is coming, like you're gonna have to stop playing cards like Make Disappear, but so what? Like who cares? It really just solely goes into this deck here, and that's it. Like it's gonna go into Soldiers, and then if Ixalan can create a Dino deck, which I think this time they should push Dinosaurs. The first time they did Dinosaurs, they sucked.
I think Mono Red can play Cavern maybe as like a 2-of, because like it's mainly just dragons and humans, I do believe, that you play.
Yeah.
But besides that, yeah, like Cavern. I also don't think you stop playing Make Disappear. I think you stop playing like some decks play like Essence Capture and stuff like that. I don't think you can play that anymore because Make Disappear can still counter like instants and sorceries and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's fair. I think you just need to I think you're right there. You probably just need to get counter spells just get it like an all-time low, right? Like they just feel bad when someone goes like Cavern of Souls. You're like, "Whoo! I just mulliganed to 5. Whoops!" like, oh no. This is bad. So, all right. That's it, guys. I don't know if you have anything else. Oh, Josh, you weren't here, but that post had 1 million people.
What?
You weren't here. Crowning achievement. This right here.
This meme hit 1 million people.
I've done this so many times.
You've hit 1 million people? That's pretty sick. This is the first time we've ever, I mean ever, hit 1 million. We've reached out to 1 million people.
1 million memes. Oh man, that's awesome.
That's like the fact that this did it makes.
Yeah, that's an achievement.
I know we've gotten close. I think that we've gotten up to like 300,000, but this was at 500,000 like 3 hours ago.
Can you send me a screen cap of that?
Oh, for sure.
The million.
Yeah, This is a crowning achievement. I'm proud of this. Because the reach, whereas the Lord of the Rings stuff and the other stuff that had high engagement, like this is like a good all the Ixalan stuff hit about 40,000 people, pretty high engagement, 26,000. This has less engagement, but reach hit 1 million people, so it hit 1 million
Just
screens.
because people love memes, dude.
It's people not commenting and just resharing it.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool, dude. I was so
you can see Lord of the Rings spoilers everywhere. You can't see these memes everywhere.
Is Facebook gonna send me like how they do like platinum plays for you know how YouTube sends like those little awards? Is Facebook gonna send me one where I can just put this in there? I should post this meme behind me. First $1 million reach post. just have it right behind me. We did it, guys.
This meme.
It's still growing.
I like the 2 people that were mad about it. Like
why?
the interactions.
Who knows, dude? People are random. But yeah. Anyways, we had on these million people that we reached, 174 people were like, hide this post from us forever. They're like, fuck this guy. I hate memes. But yeah. All right, dudes. Josh, hit us.
So I tried it in and out. I'm gonna be honest. In and out was mids.
What?
I'm
Okay,
telling
that's my
you,
hot
did
take.
you go to? Did
Hold
you
on.
go
Hold
to?
on. Is it
Game?
better or worse than what you compared it to? Like, what is better than In and Out?
Overs
What?
for sure.
Whoa.
Yeah, In and Out's not that good.
God damn. Suck it, In and Out fans. You guys are dumb.
I don't know. I liked In and Out a lot.
You guys
It's
are,
not that good.
you guys are idiots.
It's mids. The fries were absolutely trash. Like I'd rather.
Oh yeah,
have
I'll admit the
McDonald's
fries are garbage, but the burger was.
I'd
good.
rather have McDonald's fries.
McDonald's fries are trash.
No way. But yeah, In and Out was mids. This Wednesday, my dudes.
I'm smart, you're dumb. I'm big, you're little. I'm right, you're wrong. And there's nothing you can do about it.